Next, we have Andrew Morgan from Vantage House. They have partnered with the Columbia Association. And it's something that we tried to work on when I worked at the Federal Transit Administration. That is, you always see all these shuttle buses that are sitting at places like Sunrise or Vantage House or whatever for probably 95% of their life. And, you know, how do you get those used by seniors? And it can be a tough nut. Andrew's going to talk about how he's been doing that.
Thank you very much. I'm going to stand here and take a little bit of a different approach. Actually, I want to shift our gears a little bit as well. So if you could just shoot a signal to Rusty when I'm at 2 minutes, that would be great. That way I won't get the privilege of ignoring you back there. As I said, I want to shift the gears a little bit. A very wise person once told me that information and logic helps you to think, but emotions help you to act. And we've given you a lot of information here. There's a lot to chew on. We're looking at the challenges and the future problems that the Howard County area may be facing as it relates to a growing older population. But we're here, or I'm here rather, to share with you an example of one of those creative community solutions as it relates to transportation. And so I think the best way to explain it is that we've been able to create a 4-point win. Dr. Stephen Covey, the late Dr. Stephen Covey, taught that in a relationship you want to make sure that it's a win-win. You don't want to go for a win-lose, it has to be a win-win. Well, we're actually able to create a win-win-win-win. It's a win for the county. You know, as Paul said, we have transportation resources that are not always utilized, although they're utilized quite a bit. But not always utilized. So it's a win for the county, because for the county they're actually able to meet that need that older adults have as it relates to accessibility to evening events and weekend events and activities. And also it's a win for the county because the service is actually provided by a trained and very experienced staff who works with older adults on a regular basis and are familiar with the needs that they may have as they're going from one place to the other. So that's our first win. The second win is that it's a win for the organizations who sponsor and organize events. Organizations such as the Candlelight Concert Society and the Columbia Orchestra. Organizations who you'll find, and in your packet there is a little one sheet on the Columbia Association Senior Events Shuttle and the places that they go. So organizations such as Slayton House and the libraries and other organizations that we provide the transportation to. So it's a win for them, and it's a win for them because we may not realize it, but as a person gets older and they no longer have access to the things that they really enjoy, the things that give their life meaning, the numbers can very easily dwindle in some of these venues. So for those who plan these events, it's a win for them. We know that Einstein's theory of relativity is a body in motion tends to stay in motion until it's enacted on by immovable object. Well, here's the Morgan theory of event relativity. No access, no body. We can plan great things to do. We can create, Howard County is a very vibrant county in terms of opportunities for life enriching engagement. It's all there. But if you can't get to it, you can't get to it. So that's the value of this, and that's the second win. The third win is that for Vantage House, it actually gives us an opportunity to kind of showcase the services that we provide to older adults. At one point when we talked about this, I had my sandwich board sign ready, and I was ready to go on there, and I was going to just kind of make a little Vantage House thing. But we know better than that. We are able to share the experience we're able to let people know about Vantage House just through the experience without us having to, promote it or anything like that. So for Vantage House, it is actually a win in that regard. But the most important aspect, or the most important point and party in the win, is the person who is served by it. Years ago, I was at it was on a panel discussion at a national association's annual conference. And it was in a breakout session. There were about 500 people in the room. We were talking about the trends and what will future residents want. And it amazed me as we were sitting there talking, as I said, about 500 people, and I kid you not, I think everybody in the room was a baby boomer. And I kind of slowed us down a little bit, and I just asked the question, what do you want? Because what seniors want or what older adult wants is really no different than what you and I want. We want the ability to go where we want to go when we want to go and do the things that we like doing. We don't want the ability, or we don't want that feeling of being trapped and not having options as it relates to the lifestyle that we're able to live. And through the Senior Event Shuttle, we're actually able to kind of bridge that gap. We're actually able to help create what I call a sustainable lifestyle. A sustainable lifestyle is creating a lifestyle that you are able to enjoy even if there's a change or shift in your earth suit. As we get older, we do find that we're not able to do what we were at one time able to do. But being able to continue to enjoy it and to not have the fact that you're not comfortable driving at night be a reason why you're no longer going out in the evening. To have an option that makes that not so is huge. It means that you're able to really and truly continue to enjoy the things that you enjoy doing. And it means that you're able to find meaning and purpose in your life at this particular stage of life. Aging is not anything that's mystical. I think it's amazing to me that we always find ways to make older adults another group outside of ourselves. But I'm going to give everybody the wake-up call. Every man, every woman in this room is an old dude or an old woman to somebody. You included. That's a fact. That's the way that it goes. I've been working in retirement living for 17 years. Why? Because it keeps me young. But that's changing. So, the Senior Event Shuttle, we've been able to act on some of the things that the panelists have talked about. We've been able to participate in that process of helping older adults and helping people to stay connected, to get out and do things that they enjoy, to not feel so isolated because there's a change that's going on with their body or in their current situation, and to really and truly to live life fully. That's what it comes down to. It's a small thing, but if you don't have access, it's a major, major shift and a major change in your life. So, thank you all.